Basically, you can't even help yourself. No helping yourself. No Mr. Righty or lefty. No, no.
Oh, sorry. Oh,
Nam nam cowboys and cowgirls. Welcome to a new segment called Eat It Up with Las Contreras. Yes, we need a new segment because of course there's not enough playlists for us. Yes, more stuff, more credit. You know, if you're new around here, welcome. My name is Brittany from Las Contreras, and we also have our beautiful and our most wonderful co-host, partner, crime in law, Miss
Alexa from Las Contreras. Don't play.
Hey. So, if you're wanting to look for us and what we do on our daily lives and want to know what type of music we listen to, check out social media. We are going to have it up in the screen and also linked down below. And guess what, guys? Another surprise. We have a Patreon now by our own name, Las Contreras. Everybody round of applause. Alexa manifested it. Yes, she did. So, let's get into it. If you like us, subscribe. If you love us, comment. And if you want more of us, watch us. You know? Do you get it? I get it. You get it?
I get it. Don't play.
Anyways, let's get started to this new segment that we just made up out of thin air. Yeah, okay. Because we do that. We have bursts of energies and imaginations running wild. So, for this new segment, we will be going to like kind of deep dive, kind of like commentary, kind of like a mix of a bunch of things, and talking about your favorite things to watch. Mostly reality TV. Because what's more real than us and our comments? Because we are those girls. We're hilarious. So, we had a little like Wheel of Fortune type of thing. We had a lot of lists of reality shows that we had to get through, but of course we cannot watch all of them at once, so we did do the Wheel of Names. Thanks to Miss Alexa. She's the one who introduced me to that. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And let's have some honorary mentions. Alexa, name the honorary mentions, please.
An honorary mention is motherfucking Love Island. Yeah. Love you, Leah. PPG on top.
And if you guys want more videos like this, please again comment down below. We'll happily do what you request because we are the kind-hearted souls that provide for los primas y primos and for Patreon as well. Okay, so now the winner of the Wheel of Names is Too Hot to Handle. Latino edition. Slay. ¿Dónde está mi gente latina?
Happy Hispanic Heritage Month.
Mm-hmm. And we're reviewing the first and second episode. And for the first review, episode 1, it is called 6 o'clock. Very creative, very intuitive, very demure, I might add.
Mindful.
And the location is in Mexico, in the beach, at a very nice hotel and a high-end resort. So Alexa will kindly tell us the 10 singles, the 10 contestants.
We have our first contestant. She is Miss Colombiana, Miss Manuela. Don't play. Yeah, Miss Manuela is that girl. She is kind of the first one that you kind of hear, even though everybody's kind of different, but they all share. I think that's why they're kind of hard to distinct. They're all there with a purpose of intimacy. There's like no play. They want to know somewhere else. What's better than having some tans on the booty creaks, tans on the toes, and everything.
Yeah.
And all that type of stuff.
The things they say is wild. And it's like, these people are like all hilariously bisexuals.
Literally, like, don't play. I didn't know there was Pride Month too.
Yeah.
Don't play. And meet the first male contestant of the show, Miss Joel, who is Mr. Mexico, and he is. Don't play. Come to my room. Don't play.
Alexa. Yeah. He, after yours, he could come to mine. we'll have a lot to say about him later on because he is in our eyes the main boy, the main man, the main star. He's very very like sophisticated, very mature, not toxic as of yet. We're talking like solely based on episode 1. You guys, even if you guys have watched this and it's like laughing at our face because he could have become like the most terrible human being towards the end, don't judge us. This is just, we're going based by first episodes, of course. Our list might change, our opinions might change. Also, it's funny how in the show all these contestants don't know like what they're here for. Like I know sometimes they like people like when they like sign up they don't know, but it's like you're not gonna go to like vacation for free with TV hosts and TV people around. Like there's gonna be a rule.
We
There's
wish.
gonna be like things you have to do to win and pay back all the things you're doing, right? But all these people expect like all they're gonna do is just do the devil's tango, just mingle, and it's crazy to me because it's just like, sir.
Think they're not like in the mindset where like, wow, I met a group of people who have the same mindset. That should have clicked. That should have clicked. That should have been a done number one. But yeah, he is Mr. Like what Miss Brandy said. He's very low key. Not well, like she said, we don't know them that well. This man might own a reverse later in the season, and he's like, "It is Mia." I'm like, didn't know that love or what?
He does look like a telenovela like main lead though. He does look like he's gonna be in the campo
Yeah.
ahí, el dueño de todo, and he's gonna make me his like maid
Anyway,
or
our
something.
second woman of the night is Miss Mexico as well. Now, this woman, Uno reverse, opposite, vice versa of Mr. Joel Intentions. He's low key. She got a statement, and she made sure of it around the end when you meet all the contestants who she had her eye for. She did not come to play.
And her like, okay, so while we're having like we're getting introduced like by like the contestants and stuff like that, like they always have like little like things they have to say and stuff, like their own introduction. And this girl says she's like ready, she like wants to have a threesome, right? She's the one who says threesome. She said something about the Eiffel Tower too.
Oh yeah, I said they're gonna Eiffel Tower, 100%. That's what she's into. I called it. How do I know? We digress. But I know this girl's into that.
Like I don't want to get ahead of myself, but I will. It's funny how she says she wants to have like, she's like very at like in her intro she's like, oh, I want to have a threesome, blah 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 blah, and she's like the most like territorial person, like the very like, you're mine, I don't share you with anybody type of person, which is wild to me because if you have to have an open mind for a threesome, you have to have an open mind to like share that person.
Yeah,
You
100%.
cannot be like.
Yeah, because they get frisky. Don't play. With the person that she chooses, she gets on that. Like, she does not stop. Which then reminds us of our fourth person, our second man of the night, Mr. Israel from Mexico. We did a list of our top 10s, and he is our top favorite. Sarcastically and emotionally, I'm saying this.
Yeah, I don't have no comments as of yet. As of now,
She does a little. She has a little.
Who
She rolls her eyes. Pretty sad. Let that simmer in.
I don't even know what to say. I don't even know what to say, honestly.
Our next contestant of the night is Mr. Nico from Argentina. Woo! Our Argentino boy.
And he kind of breaks a pattern because we have been seeing Mexico, Colombia, yeah, right? Cause
Yeah, Mexico.
Mr. Israel is de Mexico.
Yeah, we have 3 Mexicos on the board right now, on the leaderboard right now.
Yeah. But I have no comments from him either. Like honestly, he wasn't bad. He just seemed like in the first impression he kind of seemed like the ugliest, but then he wasn't that bad towards like the end. Like I just realized that he's old. Like he looks like he's old, but not too old. I don't know if you know what I mean.
Yeah, 100%.
But yeah, let's get to know our next baddie. Is it a next baddie or is it next sir baddie?
Our next person, but yeah, Nico was something. We're like, okay, Argentino, we're seeing him. Not gonna lie, when he came in, I think he came in with Israel, right? He was kind of like, he didn't look that. He didn't.
Maybe because he was standing next to Mr. Israel, which is like to say because I don't like him, but you know.
No, never like Joe. Don't play.
You get flushed out. Like
Yeah.
your attractiveness level changes depending who you're next with. Like if you're next to somebody who's uglier than you, you're gonna be prettier, and if you're next to somebody who's hot, they're gonna be ugly. That's why every time I'm next to Alexa, I look like a poopy head.
What? What? What?
She's so gorgeous.
Don't.
She has the triple Z's titties and the height as a model, and like look at like her face. Exactly. I'm not salty. You are. Anyways, let's get to another baddie.
Alright, the first person, all jokes aside, guys, don't cancel us. It's Miss Colonizer España in the session, Miss Sara. Sara. She came in with a passion.
And she's like the only one that we know her age. Like she's the only one who we know is like.
Yeah, she let us know.
Well, she like Manuela, I think it was Manuela Caro was like, oh my god, you're like the baby one amongst us, because she is 21. Hold up, I have to sneeze.
Sure.
Anyway, she is 21 and she's like the youngest one, so we assume everybody's above 21 because nobody else talks about their age, so we just know her, which is kind of concerning thinking about. Well, not really, because she's 21, but still 21 with a bunch of like, because we don't know if they're like the men are in their 20s or like if they're like in their 30s. So
sus, red flag.
Anyways, but Miss España, Español.
Yeah, she's absolutely daredevil.
Is hilarious.
Shook her ass.
She's hilarious. I ain't gonna lie. We're gonna talk about it later. Let's continue. Let's continue with the members.
Yeah, don't play. Alrighty, the next person we have is the one me and Brittany were trying to see how to say his name, Mr. Davia, right? Davia.
I'ma call him Ivan.
Ivan. Oh yeah.
No, because the V is like before the I. I don't know what to call him. Vane. Call him Vane. Because I don't want to call him, because his name is also kind of similar to my dad's name, which is like disgusting to me, so I don't even try to say his name.
Pause.
Tell me not. His name sounds like my dad's name, and it's like bothering me. So let's just call him El Mexicano. Like, I know there's a bunch of other Mexican men, there's like a bunch of Mexican women, but like he's gonna be El Mexicano because he is Mexican, and I don't want to say his name because I do not want to think about my father being in a dating show host place like that setting. No.
Alright, our next person is our second Argentino, is Miss Flor. Como la flor.
Como la flor.
Shook it when she had nothing.
Oh yeah.
You remember that part?
She was.
She shook it. Flashback. Our next person, this girl came side by side. We had what? It was Israel and Nico was our first group that was double people, double trouble. But this is my favorite double trouble, our favorite double trouble. Well, not Flor, remove that aside. But she is Miss Mexico, Miss Lilian. Woo, 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 woo.
And she is like, okay, so everybody here is queer. I don't know if we mentioned that, right? Everybody here is queer. They will do it with a cardboard box, but she's the first one who actually probably like says, oh, like she's bi, like she wouldn't mind kissing a girl or something like that, right?
And she'll know women and men, they're not safe.
And then Flor that mentions it too. Yeah, Flor mentions it too, but mostly Liliana is like the first one that we hear like on the screen that's like, oh, I am a bi queen. Well, she doesn't say it exactly in those words, of course, because they're all talking in Spanish and they're gonna say soy la reina de bisexual. No, they're not gonna say that, but they're like, you know.
Hey, you're homosexual?
Anyways, let's continue. You're homosexual.
A homosexual?
Homosexual.
Anyway, our last
pronouns are USA.
Our last man of the night, Mr. Nick POC, Mr. Colombian. Another Colombian enter the building.
Bro, okay, I know it'll be jumping straight into it, but let's get straight into it because
hear her out.
He was so confident when he had his because everybody has their introduction. Of course, I don't think we talked about the other people's introductions, but it's because some of them stand out more than the others.
Yeah.
But his introduction, he was so cocky. He was like, yeah, like I could get a girl from a mile away. I just give her that look, give her that look, and the panties are coming off. Like even Joel said that. I think Joel said that too. Like he says the attention or something. He likes attention or whatever. But yeah, like the first episode of introducing these people, like everybody's like confident in themselves. Everybody's like, yeah, I am that person. I am that like I will get anybody and anyone I want. Which I get it. They're all hot people. They're all built like Roblox character with them squared shoulders.
He said, "Let me tell you the honest, blank truth right now."
Yeah, and then the girly pops. I love women, so I'm not talking. I don't know, y'all expected me to talk shit, but I love women. I don't body shame women. I body shame men.
Men, especially. Yeah, he said he was alpha. You remember that? Dijo, él es el alfa.
Who, Nick?
Nick. Remember, that's the same.
Alpha.
This is little mini Andrew Tate, bruh.
No, yeah, but like it's like yeah, well he's like kind of. At first he gave me the ick, but at the same time it was like I get why he's cocky though, because he like sometimes it's like yeah, be cocky. You are hot, and he is hot. He's just like wait, but like what's funny is that I thought he was hot. I was like, he's gonna be like, he actually talks the talk, he walks the walk, but then like fast forward it. News flash in the night, everybody does it in the same room.
Actually, honorable mention timeout on the freaking wrestling game, as the parents have to tell their kids, so they don't get caught. The only two people are fallen soldiers that didn't get any, which they should have done something, bro, because next night kind of dictates it. Mr. What is it? It's Nico. Yeah, it is. It's Nico and Manuela. They're on their own.
Yeah.
They don't get paired.
Yeah.
Everybody chose their men, especially Carolina.
Yeah. And something like, yeah, everybody else does it in the same room. And like, honestly, so when they they're getting introduced to us, and like the first episode is like going on, like the voiceover. I keep calling her the voiceovers. I think she's like a host, but I don't like calling her host because she's not really a human that I see on screen. So she tells us that they don't know what they're here for. They don't know the rules. So obviously they're gonna do it without knowing that they're not supposed to do it. But it's like crazy to me. Like you just met these people and you're just gonna have like the devil's tangle. And like that's wild to me. Has that happened in other too hot to handle? Like, is that a first episode type of basis, or do they wait a little? Because these people did not wait a little.
They finandle, they handle, they grab the trunk, they make out. I definitely think, maybe in the aspect, I think I don't know, something about Latinos, Autos, they be doing something different, because even though the first season I think is very low-key, because it's very camera shy type of aspect, especially it's such a newer concept, but they weren't like, they were pairing up, and they were already like finandling, doing some little humping. They
paired up fast.
Yeah, they were humping. I think
paired up fast.
But don't worry, the sheets were moving, bro. I was like, what the heck?
Yes. And you might think we're getting ahead of ourselves, but to be honest, like right from the get-go, like even like when they go or like walk, because we're getting introduced one by one, like how we were talking, everybody goes to this one place, they're like the first person is serving champagne to everyone, they're like talking hee ha. Some girls are walking in and twerking, but right in the like when they get into the room, they're already talking about it, they're already like thinking that they're gonna do it, so they know they're gonna do it in front of other people. So it's not even jumping straight into the first episode, it's just what happens, because there's like little, like it's funny because they have these like they can't do it type of thing, but they also have like a full like bowl of condoms, and one of the girl who throws it, was it Carol?
Yeah, it was.
Throws the condoms out, and it was like, we're not like, what did she say, like it's because everything's in Spanish, so we're translating it.
Yeah.
So she's like, we're gonna have so much fun, like I'm so ready, and it's like, chat, everybody hears MBTI is an E at the front because what nobody here is introverted. Oh no, Manuela's introverted. Manuela's a little no Manuela and Flor because Flor didn't do it in the first episode. I don't want to get ahead of myself, but she doesn't. Well,
she does it though.
Yeah, she doesn't do it.
She fan like they fondle a little bit. They don't do it.
Yeah, they fondle a little bit. Anything that says on first like, but yeah, I was shook. To be honest, it was.
Let's not talk about Carol. Let's not talk about her.
Yeah, well, we're gonna get there. Let's go into details, girl. But yeah, the beds. There's like how many beds? There's 10 beds. No.
There's 6.
There's 10 contestants, but there's 6 beds because you have to share the bed. Yeah. Who comes to these things? Like, who signs up? I can't do that.
I can't.
Like, imagine your parents just being like, "Oh my god, I kind of want to watch this," and then they see you.
No, block it. Block it.
Block.
Burn it.
Block it.
Yes.
Burn it to the ground. Oh, but it like. Okay, so yeah, we're in the rooms. We see the beds. Everybody already paired off since when they're outside drinking champagne and stuff like that. And the first pair that we get, which is the first people who start doing it at night, is another. What's that word again? I'm trying to use. What's that word, Alexa? ¿Cómo se dice? None other than. Yeah, I'm saying right. Other than What's her name again? What's the main name of the pair, Alexa? Who do it right the first time and they pair off first?
Oh, isn't Isabel and Carolina? First one to start.
Carolina.
Dude, that went. The sheets went fast, brother. I was shook. I was like,
paired out first. Not only that they did it first in the bed, but they paired out from like when they got the intro. As soon as he walked out, Miss Carolina has her eyes on him, and he had eyes on another girl. I don't remember what other girl it was though. He was saying, "Oh, I think it's the Española. I think he wanted Miss Española, girly pop." He was like, "I want her," and then she was like, "I want him," and then she gets, what's the thing? She got what's it called again? The little thing that you get like when you're. Little thing you could like tie up your chips with. No, she uses the thing. I don't know what's it called, but it's like she uses the thing and twists it and makes it a ring, and then she has the audacity to be like, "You have to mark your territory." Who's the alpha? The Mr. How you call it, Nick or Carolina? Because I think it's Carolina. Because the next people who do it as well is Mrs. Liliana, my queen herself, with Mr. Joel. And honestly, I'm not mad about the pair because they're both some attractive pair.
They go a little too hard for me.
They do really. Joel goes under. He goes la 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 la.
He's a gentleman. He lets her, he washes her. He makes her, she's,
foreplay.
She gets her 10-step routine.
Yes, he doesn't just puts it in. He doesn't put it in like that. And the next people who do it on the screen that we see is Mrs. Española with Mr. Nick. And it was crazy because he was hitting it from the back. And you know what this is how we're gonna close it off because it's hilarious to close it off because you know how I was saying that he was like talk the talk, walk the walk. I thought he was actually gonna be like, what you see is what you get. But no. Miss Girly Pop said it wasn't good. She said it was like, I know how to fake it.
The biggest flabbergasted, brother, because she was on
that's
like,
the biggest plot twist.
Quiero. Se me rico. Le estaba sobando like aceite too, like.
Yeah. But
never mind. She said, "Take the statement back."
The episode kind of closes. And the next day they go into like the sala, like the living room. They're in the couch, and then the little cone thing that looks like a cone white thing that speaks is like an Alexa.
Don't give them ideas.
It's like a little
Please.
Alexa Siri kind of thing, but her name is Lana. Like I said, she was like one of like the hosts, kind of. Not really, cause there's two voices. I just realized there's two voices, cause Lana is the one who tells them the rules and like what they win and stuff like that, and then there's somebody who's always commenting and making jokes. But how you call it? Lana, they get together and they get introduced to a little mini robot that's gonna be watching their every move, the AI that's, taking over. And she tells them that last night was the last time they could have fun, because in this night they can't do it because they're here for one purpose and one purpose only: a retreat. A therapy retreat to get to know themselves. But and it's funny because before we get to that, like before they meet Lana and stuff like that, when they wake up, everybody wakes up, everybody's normal, like everything's Gucci, right? But then Mr. freaking Carolina and Israel go for round 2 in the morning. It was hilarious to me. Like, did you even brush your teeth? Which is did. It's like, editing, of course, there's like editing cuts and stuff like that. But as soon as they woke, they probably woke up, ate, and then he was like a little feeling it. So they did it twice. They did it at night and the morning. And then they were told in the living room that they can do it again. So but everybody else just did it once. Or like didn't do it at all. So the ones who disfrutó, the ones who enjoyed it was mostly that I saw was Carolina and Israel, which are the most horny of them all. So they were happy about it.
They could not stop. They were like, I want to do it again. We got to go again. Another round right now. Don't play. Like, it was crazy. And it's funny because after that night, and you kind of talk about, like, how, especially with Nick, hablando sobre, like, oh my gosh, it was incredible, awesome. While, like, Sara was like, no. He was already talking about who he wanted to talk to. When he just nutted less than 12 hours, like
that's true. It was in this episode.
Remember that?
They were,
he said, "It's like nice nut, but like I want to go."
It's wild because it's just the first episode, right? So it's just like, chat. We just saw you like hitting it from the back. But yeah, they got to know the rules. Everybody's obviously upset. Everybody's saying their little hi jokes, like, I only came here for one thing and it's to like do it. I only came here to party, like I don't understand, blah blah blah, blah. Like you have to tell me a good news because it's all bad news. But then Miss Lana hit them with the reward. The reward. What is the reward now? It's money. It's money. It's dinero. Tell them, hit them up.
El dinero. Hasta que el dinero no se pare. The moment the money came in, I'm a Teresa now.
Yeah, honestly, everybody, like, the funniest thing that Carolina is the most craziest, horniest one from all. She was like in for it. Like, she's like, oh, money, say less. Everybody loves money, which they're not wrong. So what was the prize, Alexa? You want to tell them the prize money to close it out?
It's $100,000. Don't play.
100,000. Mm-hmm.
Got really intrigued. They got up. They were like, "Who's this?"
Yeah.
100K.
Shook it. That's when they stood up. They stand up. They're like, oh, okay, say less. But there is even more rules. They can't kiss. They can't cuddle. They can't do anything. No humping. Could they hold hands? I don't think they said if they couldn't or they couldn't.
It's just like no sexual physical touch. But yeah, that's kind of it. That's like the premise. You have to make everything has to be talked. I think very opposite of like Love Island, not Love Island. Love is Blind. You have to make an emotional connection without knowing them physically, because physical attraction and like what you kind of go for kind of indicates who you want to date, and that's what they kind of have to do. Like they had to see like, oh, it's physical doesn't matter at all. Like throw that down the part, especially with the couples that we already have. Like it has to be like you have to have more than just putting stuff inside. No pun intended. Which, by the way, they laugh about it. They go hee hee ha ha sure. That's crazy.
It's wild. And they also made a promise that they will tell people, but I think that's episode 2, right? I think that is episode 2. But before we end this video, let's talk about what are like our top 10, like favorite to least. Well, not our, like, let's do individually because we have different opinions. So for me, my first, I have my little notes. Let me tell y'all. My first and 1. The winner of my favorite is a Liliana, Miss Lily. Love her, as you guys been hearing so far. Then my second fave is Joelle. My third is Manuela. My fourth, Nico. My fifth, Carol. My sixth, Nick. My seventh, Flor. And my eighth, Española. And ninth is Mr. Mexico. And the 10th is Mr. Israel, because he's gross. Yeah, I'll get further into it in episode 2. But that's my ranking for episode 1. Now let's see, Alexa, what's your ranking?
Get let's get steady. Let's get partying right now. Don't motherfucking play. We have our first one, Mr. Not Mr. Miss Liliana. Lover. Me and Brittany agree on this one. We're kind of like, what would that be? Like 8 for 2, no, 8 for 10, because we kind of share the same ones. The category best one, lover. We have Well, obvious reason. My third one, which is different, is Carolina. Lover, even with her horniness and all. Our fourth one is Nico. Fifth would be I messed that up. Oh my gosh, because I added Carolina again. It would be Manuela. My sixth would be Nick. 7 is Flor. Number 8 is going to be Nick. Number 9, Mr. Mexico. He didn't really bring much. I don't think I was really interested in his section. I think me and Brandon can kind of agree. Like, there wasn't like too much of an appeal for him. Especially, if you guys notice, our whole entire commentary wasn't even like talking about him. Like, sorry, bruh. And then the last one, everybody's favorite, our favorite, is Israel. For obvious reasons. You get a lot second episode. So enjoy and loved this segment of the first episode, us doing a deep dive, explaining, letting people know what's good, what's up, and kind of talking about like kind of a new concept, especially of like, brother, just keep it in your pants. Like, at the end of the day, we're like, just keep it in your pants. But anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this commentary for Miss Brittany. Love you, Boogie. And from me, Alexa, with our comments and kind of get an overall analysis of these top contestants that we have. And like we always say, we love you, primos y primas. Remember to comment, like, and subscribe on our video and let us know who is your guys' favorite 10 in the group. And as well,
For the first episode.
Yep, let us know which one is your favorite. And who do you guys think might break the first click, the first sent down for that 100K? Who do you guys think? Let us know in the comments. So anyways, kind of from me to you guys, we love you. Las Contreras, forever, for lifers. Love you guys.
Bye.